Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Stitch Happens Malta and I'm Bernadette, and this is part number 4 of the Stitch With Me of this absolutely cute butt. That's what it's called actually. Um, this was purchased from Painting Fairy Cross Stitch. And yeah, let's stitch this together. So, how have you been? Today is the 7th of, no, sorry, apologies, the 8th of June. And yes, I thought let's do some stitching together, shall we? Now, let me, because I think we're a little bit in the dark, just give me a second. Let's hope that is better. Maybe there's a bit of a shadow though. That is not working. Bear with me. Yes, we'll work with that. So, this was, where were we at? So, today I am going to go for the green axis. So, let me get you closer. Hopefully you can see the green axis, which refer to DMC number, there it is, DMC number 4. So let's find the number 4. Let me zoom out again. So there it is, the number 4. That's a little bit tangled actually. Let's hope we'll manage to pull a thread out. Yes, we have. Perfect. That's number 4 for you. So this weekend was a really good one. I had the local retreat, which I organized myself. Well, it's not a retreat really, it's a day of stitching. And it went well. These sort of things you just simply enjoy, don't you? It's so lovely to share your stitching time with other stitching people that understand your passion for cross stitch. That is something that, are we in focus? Yes, we are. That is something that only other stitchers would really understand. And so I always enjoy organizing them. Now I had this stitching day this weekend just before the heat gets really hot, because then it's like you can still do it. I could still do it if I managed to find somewhere indoors and with good air conditioning, because like this weekend the heat starting catching up. We're already into the 30s and close to 30s. Sometimes it goes a little bit over 30 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit, right? Because we yeah, because we go with degrees Celsius. I took the European town with me to stitch while at the stitching day, because there are 2 reasons. So number 1, I love that project so much, and I thought, why not take that one? And it's stamped, so I won't get distracted. I get very, very easily distracted, and with counted stitch, you have to really be focused, and I find myself losing. Should I? Let me see. Is that any better, or does it make you? Maybe that makes you more dizzy, I don't know. Is that too close? Maybe it's fine. Let's do a little bit that close up. As I was saying, no, this is sorry about that. Moving a little bit too much. So yeah, when I'm either at the club or when I organize the stitching day, I usually always take a stamped stitch, so I don't need to worry that I will miscalculate and stuff like that. I don't know if you're like me. Yeah, but I get very, very easily distracted. Very easily distracted. There are such lovely, lovely ladies at the stitching day. And it's a good time to catch up and see what everybody's working on. Now, these same ladies, most of them, do come to the club that I organize once a month. So once a month we meet at a place and we stitch together for 2 hours. You have to be a member. And most of the ladies that come for the stitching days are already in the club, so I already see what they're working on, but there were a number of new ladies that came over for the stitching day, and it was absolutely lovely. I'm feeling a little bit groggy today because I'm having, I don't know about you, but I'm having really bad reactions to allergies this time round. I have these little bumps on my neck and around the lower part of my face, and very, very itchy. Like it comes all of a sudden, especially when I'm feeling particularly hot. And it's been pretty bad. And yesterday I thought I should have an antihistamine, but I forget how badly I react to it. I had it yesterday night, and now it's nearly half day, and I'm still feeling very, very weak from it, and my stomach is like, it doesn't handle them very well. I don't handle medicines very well. Probably it's because I try and get by without, maybe. I don't know. But I think that's the reason. I need to roll this a little bit properly because it's not that's better. Probably because I don't take that much medicines, and I guess my body simply does not handle them very well. So I'm not feeling 100% this morning. I'm really loving this stitch. This cute butt is really one of my favorites right now. It just makes me smile every time I look at it. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be any green crosses close by, so I'll have to cut off the thread and move to a different place. Okay, let's stitch that in. This is how I do it. I just run the thread under a number of stitches, and I find that that's always secure for me. At least secure enough, let's say that. Okay, so the next bit we're tackling is, let's see. Yeah, I'll tackle this bit here. It's over here. There's a number of green crosses here and up here. So there's some green crosses here too. What should we do? Good question. I think I'll handle the ones down here first. Okay, this is a short piece of thread, so it's gonna end very quickly, this. So right now I am very, very busy because later on in the year, hopefully by this year, we are moving house. So I am starting to declutter and pack bit by bit. I'm doing it slowly and in my time so that I have time to think and really think about what I need. I find that when you are moving, it's the perfect time to declutter, because like that you have to pack anyways, so might as well, when you're doing it, you ask those very important questions, like, do I really, really need this item, or can I do without this item? I really need to declutter. My closet is overwhelming. I have way too many clothes. Way too many clothes. And I need to reduce the huge amount of clothing I have. So what I'm doing is I am, oops, there you go. We need another piece of the screen, which is number 4. There it is. So I am giving away many clothes. I've put some for sale on a local site. It's called Thrifted. I was gonna say drifted. Thrifted.com.mt, and hopefully I'll sell, because I'm embarrassed to say, but it's the truth. I've got many clothes that haven't been worn, and they're new, and I really would like to get some money out of those. But if I don't manage, we're just gonna give them away. So I'm going through that process of... Am I in focus? Yes. I'm going through that process of clearing out, and what I'm doing that's really helping me is when I'm getting ready, you know how, well, I do this. I try out a number of pieces of outfits and decide which one I'm gonna wear, because maybe I'm not feeling okay on that day, and certain clothes I just don't feel good in. So what I'm doing is, since I know in my mind that I will be moving, when that happens, that piece of item is put away in a bag for either donation or to put up for sale, because if I put it on and I didn't feel right, like, why is it in my closet, I believe no matter what the mood, if it's an item you really like, you simply enjoy it every time you try it on. So if it's not calling me and if it's not making me feel good, I just push it away and think, okay, this clearly is not for me, and I move on. So that's another way how I'm clearing my closet. You might be thinking, how many clothes do you really have? I have many clothes. Way too many. And now I have stopped shopping for clothes. I used to shop for no reason, not because I needed an item, and now I shop online, and I'm more careful. Somehow when I used to be in the shops, when I used to shop physically in a shop, I spent more because I just see an item that I like and that's it. It might be the color or whatever it is. I just grab it and try it on without having a need for it. So it's not like I went out shopping because I needed a new pair of, I don't know, jeans or something. It's just a habit. So yes, not physically shopping has reduced the amount of clothes I shop. And when I go online, I'm more intentional. So at least that's one thing that's in my favor. But when it comes to other things, such as cross-stitch material and kits and what have you, well, that's another whole different story. I shop too much stuff for cross-stitch, and I'm not giving away any of that. I love all the kits I bought. I don't intend to get rid of those, but I have a lot to move. I need to go through my shoes as well, because I've got loads of shoes that I don't wear anymore because they're uncomfortable. I never did handle heels very well. And as I grow older, it gets even worse. So why am I keeping all those shoes? I ask. There is no reason. I need to get rid of them as soon as possible. And so, yeah, a lot's going on with my life right now. The house that we bought is in a protected zone, it's called. So the house, because it's pretty old, it's protected, and so if you would need to do any renovation within the house, you have to get the necessary permits, which can take ages to come out, the approval for it. And that's a bit annoying, but there's nothing we can do about it. We have to wait for those permits. And once all the permits are done, we'll be able to start the works. We don't have massive major works. They're all internal, the works we have. So most of the work that needs to be done is on the downstairs of the house, because the upstairs is absolutely pristine. It's in very good condition, and the only thing we're going to do upstairs is change the bathroom and install a new one. But otherwise, it's absolutely in very good condition. We're very happy about that. We're very excited about the house. Looking forward to it. Currently, I live in a flat. It's a nice flat, but I guess having a house is, I don't know, I find it more private, more space. More areas where I can stash my cross-stitch patterns and kits and all the accessories. So that's good, can't complain. I'm gonna have a room dedicated to my crafts, so I'm looking forward to that, to organizing this room, and hopefully it will be the room where I will film my videos as well. Yeah, so lots going on. We're getting, I think I've done enough of this gray. I feel like I want to change colors. Let's see. Is there any X that's close by? There's one here, maybe I can do it. Yes, I can. There you go. And maybe there's another one there. Let's see. And that's it. Sometimes I see these cross stitchers that put the ending of the thread on the top of the work and cut it close to the work, but I don't see them securing it, and I don't understand how they do it and how the work doesn't get unraveled. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that, that's for sure. Okay, so let's see, shall we tackle a different color? Maybe we should. We can tackle a blended color. So this purple diagonal line, and it's the only color that's blended, the 819 and 3865. There we go. So yeah, let's do that. So it's the 819, which is right here. That's going to give me a very long piece as well to work on, because I usually fold my thread for the loop start, therefore the thread is shorter. 3865, which is on the other floss card. Okay, let's not get caught up. 3865, there it is. It's a white one. Okay, there we go. We'll get these two together and thread them. I nearly lost my thread. There. So I was thinking, but it's just a thought for now, because it's the thought is scaring me actually. I'm seeing a lot of mid-year whip parades. Let me know if you would like to see one. But at the same time, I'm like, oh my goodness gracious me, it's gonna be a very long one. I have way too many whips. And that will be a mega long video for sure. So I'm not sure whether I should do a mid-year whip parade or not. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. What do you think? Should I or should I not? Maybe I should. And will get me closer to my own demon, face to face with all my whips. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should. I have to be very careful, because since I blended the threads, there we go. I was gonna say, I have to be careful, because this will knot very easily now, because it's extremely long. I hope it hasn't, I didn't manage to. I think I have, actually. Let's see if that goes through. Yeah, it does. But it's already knotted. Do you do that? Like I do? Like if the knot is tiny, do you hear that? If the knot is tiny enough, I just leave it there and continue working. But since I stitch in hand and go through 2 holes, it can be. But it's a tiny knot, so I'm not gonna cut off the thread. So far, so good. So I know that so many ladies manage to grab one color and just go big with it, like literally cover all the area. Especially with a stamped stitch, you can easily do that. Like start with a gray, for example, and just stitch every area that calls for that gray. I can't do that. I tried it, to be honest, but I got bored very easily. Just feel I want to change colors. I don't know why I do that. I do get bored very easily. Maybe that's why I have so many kids, because I'm always itching for something new and different. But then that same thinking gets me into trouble, because you can't keep on starting kids every week, can you? I'm jealous for all you ladies that manage to grab one kit, start, finish, and move to the next one. I wish I could do that. I really wish I could. I just can't. I really can't. I want to also say, I didn't mention in the beginning of the video actually, I want to say thank you to my new subscribers. I've had a surge in subscribers, which I truly appreciate. It means the whole world to me. I mean, knowing that you've got friends out there, even though you've never met them, which is weird. But you know that all these people understand you and your passions. And that's nice to have. You feel you belong to a community. And that's exactly how I feel. I feel I belong to the community. When are we going to get rid of that knot? I need to move the scissors out of the way because it's there. So is anyone doing this cute butt? I hope it's still available on Painting Fairy, because this is like a mid-sized project. It's not huge, it's not tiny, but it's not that big, and it's truly so much fun stitching it. I'm not doing the sewing method right now because of that knot. And it's pretty annoying, to be honest with you. Today I have managed to talk to you throughout the whole process. I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm not a very talkative person. I'm more of a listener. And so it was a little bit daunting for me when someone told me, oh, we prefer to hear you, to just have you talk over when you're stitching, rather than putting on music. So the last two videos, that's what I did. I'm trying my best. In the last video I did partial talking, and then the last bit I just left it with music because I ran out of things to say. It happens to me a lot, that. It happens to me a lot. I was never a talkative person. Sometimes I just have things to say and I just say it. And that's that. Like, even when, you know, there are certain people that maybe you're one of them, and I'm not judging at all. My sister's like that. She calls me up, and sometimes for no apparent reason, although she has gotten used to me. She knows that I'm not fond of small talk. Some people call up their friends and just chat away, I just can't do that. When I call, it's because I need to tell you something, and that's that, basically. I can't call just to chat. How I think about it is like if I want to chat with you, we go out for coffee or something and we chat. I prefer that. I definitely prefer that. But I don't like chatting over the phone. Is anyone like me? Or am I that weird? I do feel I'm a bit weird sometimes. Well, it is what it is. Everybody's his own, right? Finally, the knot is at the back of the work, so now we can continue with the sewing stitch and we'll be able to move so much faster now. This is going to be a longer video than usual, I'm noticing. Because usually I do these stitch with me's for about half an hour, because that's the time I usually have at my disposal, but today I seem to be taking a lot longer, but that's all right. I guess more time for us to stitch together, isn't it? I have, talking of kits and projects and what have you, I do have some kits on the way, and they're all stamped kits. I've stumbled across the Stamped Stitch Club, and they have some nice kits as well. And I'm waiting for something from, I think it's, sorry about that, whoops. Okay, from Biggest, was it Biggest Craft? Something like that. It's a Chinese brand as well. So when they arrive, I'll let you know and I will show you my kits. I'm excited about that, of course. Who doesn't get excited about that? And also I did a little bit of a haul from 123 Stitch. Just little things that would make my stitching a little bit better. So I got a, I'll show them in the floss tube, I guess, my next floss tube. So basically it's, I got a grime guard, but obviously because I don't work on a hoop, it's a grime guard with, it's a piece of fabric basically with a strip of magnets at the end of the piece of fabric. So what you do is, let me push the needle through. You put the fabric around it like this, Let me, oh, sorry about that. There. So you put the fabric across like this, and the magnets will close up onto the rolled piece, and that will keep any oils from coming out of my hands onto the fabric, which I thought is fantastic. When I saw it, I thought, oh, that's a very good idea. And I think, oh no, not I think, I'm sure, I saw it on a floss tube. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the YouTuber that mentioned it. Apologies. And I thought, oh my God, I need that. I need that in my life. It will keep my work cleaner. I'm very careful when I'm starting to stitch. Make sure I wash my hands, and also in this same haul I got a Stitcher's lotion. Has any of you tried that? I didn't know that existed, but apparently it's ideal to put obviously moisturizer on your hands, but it will not in any way stain your fabric, because you know how sometimes the lotion or moisturizer remains there on your hands, and so you'll be like, am I gonna stain my Aida or the fabric that you'll be working on? And this is apparently made for that particular purpose. I will make a review on it. The other thing I got is called, I think it's from the company Notion, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. And they have these timbers, which are fantastic. They are tiny timbers. They're not your normal thimble that covers the whole of your finger. You just place it on this pad of your finger, and you don't feel the thimble, because I've tried all sorts of thimble, rubber thimbles, the steel thimbles, silicone thimbles, you name it. I've tried them all. But I feel like my finger is not mine. It feels weird, and I just cannot stitch with it. And these apparently are perfect for someone like that. So you literally don't feel the thimble on your finger at all, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up, because I need to be somewhere soon, and time doesn't wait for anyone, does it? It's been nearly 45 minutes. So I'm gonna have to stop this stitch halfway. But it doesn't matter. We do that, don't we? And we'll continue at another time. Oh, I know, the last thing I wanted to say, yeah, this is a bit. So, I watch Adelaide Stitches. She's a floss tuber, of course. She's an Australian floss tuber, and she mentioned that she's going to be stitching, like she's gonna make a game out of the World Cup. And I thought, that's interesting. What is she doing? So what she's doing is, each of her family members picks up, has their own particular preference on a football team, correct? So basically, each family member chooses one of her kits, that is one of her whips, sorry, that she's working on, and she has to stitch 500 stitches just because that family member chose that particular kit. And then let's say it's me, myself and my husband, correct? So what we'll do is, I have a knot. Okay. So what we'll do is, I'm supporting England and my husband supporting Spain. So what we're doing is, he already chose a whip from my stash, and I have already also chosen another whip. I'm gonna work 500 stitches, ideally before the World Cup starts, which is in 2 days, so that I don't have that much, but anyway. But then, every time that team plays, so let's say I'm supporting England. So every time UK scores, every score is 100 stitches. So I'll have to stitch 100 stitches on the whip I chose. And that will not only be fun, but it will help me fit in more stitches. And I thought that is so fantastic, so cool. The only difficulty is, it would have been more fun if it wasn't like this. It's that World Cup is in USA, as I'm sure you know, and the time zone, the time difference is massive, so I will have to keep log of the scores that happen. It's not like I will stitch while they're playing, because when they will be playing, it will be in the middle of the night for us here. So that's annoying, but there's nothing I can do about it. That's how it has to be done. Yeah, I wanted to share that because I think it makes it a little bit more, fun, I guess. I do think so anyway. So I'm going to give it a rest for today. Okay, so I put the needle down there, and as you can see, not too bad for a stitch today, because I've half stitched here. I'll have to go back and do the full cross, and I've done a little bit of grays over here. Not too bad, and that's 48 minutes in. That's okay, I guess. Thank you for stitching with me. Please, please, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you for all the new subscribers, and thank you for all my returning subscribers. Until the next stitch, keep well, and always happy stitching. Bye bye.